they had a 10 terabyte for $160, and then they had a or no, they had an 8 tera. I was gonna get another 8 terabyte and have two backups, and then for 8 terabyte it was 160, and then for 12 it was 190. And I said, "What am I? Why not get the 12?" Then they had a 16, and the 16 terabyte was $469.
Damn, I paid 100
Yeah.
something for
Well,
my.
my hard drive is so big, it literally needs a power supply.
Well,
I
that's
have
what
it's
my
plugged
older
into
ones
the
were.
wall.
That's what
This is
my
nuts.
PS4. Yeah, my PS4 one is a fucking bigger than a brick. I
Yeah.
can literally brick someone's car window with it.
Um.
Thing is huge. That thing is almost the size of the PS4 itself, almost like the top. If I were to line it up, that thing is bigger. You know, I don't know if you remember, but you're the one who showed me the little expansion thing that you buy for the PS4 that allows you to swap out the internal hard drive.
Mhm.
It's about the size of that case. Thing's huge.
No. Okay.
Because I have a new internal hard drive as well as a backup.
Mhm.
You would love a Bloodborne sequel or something similar. So would I. And damn, that's multiple hard drives. Good lord, Al. You got a lot of games there, buddy.
Mhm.
It is
But
huge. Yes.
I was gonna say he doesn't have a system though.
No, I know he doesn't.
So, but that's the problem. Like I have consoles, but I didn't picture on playing the. I didn't picture on going this crazy. Okay, I'm
I mean, I
on
don't care,
direct.
console or PC. I am all for gaming. It's just I have a thing where I still love getting trophies, and for some reason PC trophies just don't appeal to me. I mean, I'll get them, but yeah.
I messaged you on Discord. I sent you my friend code.
Oh right, I gotta do that.
Sure. I put the money in the bag. I,
Come on, Switch. Alright, let's see. Yeah. Come on, D-pad.
hmm.
Yep.
Oh.
Alright. Friend request sent, so okay.
Friend request sent. No. Monster Hunter World Co-op. We're going to be here. Um.
Create squad session.
Crap.
What?
Crap. Oh, there it is. Share your screen. I want to share this with you. No. Share your screen. Yes, I want to share this with you. Uh, uh,
Having trouble there?
no. Yes, maybe.
How do I share my screen? Whoa. Oh. Wait. You're sharing your stream? Is that what you wanted to show me?
Oh, I'm not streaming. Well, okay. You can see my PS4 this way. So this is how I have my PS4 set up now. So I have all my games, and then I have my family stuff. It's like all the games that me and my kid can play because I monitor what he plays. So it's like all like Rayman, like this, dude, this is Crazy Taxi, but it's the new one. It's called Taxi Cast. Pretty, it's alright. But yeah, this is all the stuff that me and him play. But then yeah, I have, dude.
You probably have more games than me.
This game is amazing.
I never got into Assassin's Creed. I've watched
Yes.
Greg play the first,
But
and I
then
watched
I
Shauna
picked
play
this
the
up.
first. And I just never got into Assassin's Creed.
So I picked this up. It was on sale for $20, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get the Deluxe Edition for $20.
I have Code Vein. I have Remnant from the Asses.
Yeah, I've remnant down both. The remnants right here. I mean, they're just so. Man,
you get
anyway.
7 Remake, which is free.
Yeah, I picked that up. But here, I'll show you. Okay. All right, go back, go up, go over. Where is that at? Yeah, let's let this load for a second. All right.
Final Fantasy VII Remake is so good. Ugh. Can't wait for part 2 million. I just hope Supply hasn't quit that game yet, because I know it can get hard, and he's the kind of guy who doesn't like to switch characters or use other characters. If he's going to solo the game with just Cloud and not actually use strategy to fight, he's going to have a hard time with that game. However, I believe he's beaten Monster House already, so I don't know. I saw that he was doing stuff in Wall Market. I'm not sure if he's gotten to the part where he did the dance minigame, but if he has, then he's beaten Monster House already, but I think he's gonna have a hard time. He also was like asking me how to take Tifa out of the party. I'm like, you fucking serious, dude? You're gonna have a hell of a hard time if you want to play that game with one character. It's doable,
there you go.
yes, but there's a lot of strategy in RPGs, my friend. Especially when it's action heavy as the remake is.
I have 40 gigabytes left on this, and I only have 377 left on that.
Not bad.
Yeah, and my friend's like, oh, so you can download more games. I'm like, how about this? Look at this, dude. Not installed. I legit do not have any of these games installed because I have no room for them.
Yeah, you have a lot of games. I thought I had a lot of games.
Well,
Then
these
again,
half of these games were free, and like, yeah, I just bought a bunch of games.
Well, you're also into more variety than I am. You like a lot more other things that I otherwise wouldn't. So that opens you up more.
All right, Monster
Strategy is King
Hunter.
made it to some fog after dropping down. Who's singing? What?
What?
Strategy is King. I made it to some fog after dropping down. Who's singing? I don't know what. Are you talking about Final Fantasy VII? Oh, and the Dragon Synctum. Oh, I thought you were talking about Final Fantasy. I believe that's the boss. Because the closer you get to the boss of the first DLC, you're gonna hear singing. And the lore behind that is they're trying to quell that dragon that you encountered. It's all good. Yeah, the lore behind the singing is these ladies, they're singing to try to quell the dragon that you encountered already. And it kind of doesn't work. So the moment you enter the fog, it kind of stops. But that's who's singing, is the boss. But yeah, for Final Fantasy VII Remake, yeah, strategy is... In most RPGs, it's key, but you don't need it for a lot of it. Some RPGs can be easy enough without it, but when it comes to as heavy as an action game that they made that, and how tough some of the fights can be, or how... whatever, tanky. They're more tanky than anything. Using actual strategy and using, like, weaknesses and stuff, swapping between characters is definitely key. Like, if Cloud is literally stuck somewhere getting his ass beat, it's good to swap to a different character to get the edge and then use, like... And it's also good to, you know, focus on using magic from one character to heal, one character to spam their weakness, and use one character for the physical attack. Or if, like, you have Aerith and you want to use... Because she has an ability that allows you to double cast. She can be your, you know, your buff, or what, not buff, but, like, she can double cast heal or double cast magic to damage the boss. Especially if you're trying to stagger a monster, too, because staggering is a massive thing that helps you with, you know, beating them. Especially with some fights that have multiple stages. And I know a lot of the summons that you fight in the game are pretty tanky. There's... The monster house is definitely a lot of, like... is pretty tough, considering it swaps between its resistances and weaknesses. And if he's beaten that already with no problems, I am surprised. Because that thing can fucking fuck your day. Remake is so good, though. Like, seriously, though, like... I've tried to just tell Supply that just... He needs to change up his playstyle a little bit. Like, I know we all have set playstyles, but if he's gonna play RPGs the way he does, he's gonna get brutally murdered. Like, I remember watching him play Final Fantasy VII, the original, and he was cheating by using, like, the PS4 cheats, and he was complaining about a boss that has way too much health, and he was spamming limit breaks repeatedly. I'm like, fucking hell.
Wait, he was cheating?
Yes, because the PS4 version, the Switch version, and the PC versions have built-in cheats that allows you to have max, like...
On which game?
The original Final Fantasy VII. And there's one code it's a built-in cheat, so it's not like he's using codes or anything. It's a thing that you can toggle on and off. And one of them's, like, not running into fights. One's, like, having max limit break. And he was just spamming limit breaks. And he was, like, complaining the boss has way too much health. I'm like, dude, you're fighting an easy boss. But it's a boss! And you're fucking complaining! And he also bypasses characters. I'm like, dude, there's this secret character you can get. It was Vincent, by the way. And he's like, no, I don't give a shit about characters. And he didn't know about Aerith's death. And I'm like, oh, you're gonna really wish you didn't. And then he later finds out that Aerith dies. I'm like, told you. I didn't tell him. I'm like, you're gonna regret that. Not that Vincent's very good, but it's still, like, he doesn't have Yuffie.
Oh, okay.
He didn't have Yuffie because he didn't know about Yuffie. Because Yuffie's kind of a secret character. If you don't actively know about her, you're not going to get her. Because you have to encounter her in the wild, and you have to also take a little dumb quiz. You have to answer certain questions correctly to get her.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't even start my stream. I'm just jumping right in. I don't even care.
No, it's all good. I've made a match, so when you go to search for game via, like, the team or whatever, you should be able to join my game.
Oh no. What's up? That was almost bad.
Like, I'm surprised he did not know about Aerith's death. Like, everyone knows about that. And he said he played Final Fantasy VII when he was younger. Like, I never really played Final Fantasy VII much. In fact, my stream was the first time I've actually fully beat 7. I've played all the way to the end, but I've never actually beat the ultimate weapons, the optional bosses, nor Sephiroth until my stream recently.
I'm gonna have to restart my computer.
That's all good.
Yeah,
but everyone knows about Aerith's death. Like, that was a long, long thing that everyone should know. Unless he just, he doesn't have computer or anything, but still, like, everyone knows that. Unless you're not into RPGs. If you're not into RPGs, that's different. But, like, Final Fantasy VII is one of the, like, most popular games for a reason, because it revolutionized the genre. While RPGs were around for a while, no one really cared about them a lot because of the combat style and the play style of things. When 7 came out, it was promoted in a way that got everyone onto RPGs. If it wasn't for 7, I don't think RPGs would be as popular as they are. That's why 7 is so overhyped. Is because it's literally what made RPGs into what they are. Despite the fact that there's, you know, way older RPGs out there that definitely helped put them on the map to begin with. But 7's the one that basically made RPGs into what they are now. If it wasn't for 7 being promoted the way it was, RPGs would be dead. Considering no one in the US liked them. Just didn't play any of the Final Fantasy. That's fine. Like I said, not if anyone's never really played RPGs or Final Fantasy, they wouldn't know. But for anyone who knows Final Fantasy and has played them and is big into them like I was, or RPGs in general, and my friends were heavily more into Final Fantasy than me because I grew up watching my friends play 9. That's actually the bulk of my watching of any Final Fantasies. My first real Final Fantasy experience is 10. That's basic. I played a bit of 7, and I've seen a bit of 8, but 10 is the one that I really played. The first, Final Fantasy I really played. Because I didn't grow up with the originals, because my brothers didn't really care for RPGs. I mean, if you want to count Zelda. It's more adventure, but it has RPG stuff in it. It has, weapons and shit, and items and whatnot, and it's open-worlded adventure, so it has some sort of RPG style. But, that's the closest I'm gonna get to any of that. Pokemon was, my first massive RPG that I really, played that's popular. Final Fantasy was a little later for me. But growing up, I did watch my friends play, 9 and stuff. They were the ones who were more into it than me. I was more of a adventure platformer back then. Growing up with Mario and Sonic and whatnot. And, beat-em-ups to an extent. I played a lot more of the shitty games compared to the... Not that Mario and Sonic are shitty, but I did play a lot of platforms. But no, that's expected for anyone who's not really into the whole RPG scene. But Supply, who grew up on, 7 as much as he's saying he should have known about Aerith's death. Everyone does. Everyone who's grown up on Final Fantasy, at least. That's a big thing. I actually believe they're retconning her death, just because, I could be wrong, but there's a gimmick in the remake called the Arbiters of Fate. Basically, they're there to keep the timeline in check. So there's a scene where Sephiroth nearly kills Barret, and they literally prevent this. And not only that, Shinra dies differently. He doesn't get stabbed. He actually falls to his death, if I recall correctly. Or whatever it is. There's a scene where you actually fight the Arbiters and defeat them. Meaning that's Square Enix's way of saying, hey, we're making a whole new Final Fantasy VII experience. Which is why Sephiroth is the final boss of the first Final Fantasy VII remake part, and stuff like that. There's a lot of differences. So, they even shown one flashback scene at the very end of the first part. They shown a flashback scene. It's not a flashback, it's a flash forward of the actual ending, where you see Red 13 running into the field, where all of Midgar is grown over with moss and everything, and long after the events are taking place and everyone's dead. They shown that scene, which at the time I didn't know of that scene was because I didn't actually beat 7. But once I beat it, I'm like, so that's the scene. There's also a brief scene of the materia dropping. The green materia drop. Everyone knows that scene. It's when Aerith gets stabbed. And she drops the materia and she passes out and dies. They even shown a brief scene of that. But if you don't know that scene at all, you're not going to know what that is. But the moment I saw that, I'm like, I know what that scene is. It's Aerith's death. I think they're going to retcon her death. I could be wrong. She still could very well die, just differently. But with the Arbiters of Fate killed, there is no, we're making this go to the way that the timeline should. We're going to make it so this game feels like a complete different game. It's not a remake to me so much as it's literally just Final Fantasy VII changed entirely. It's a different style of remake. It's literally being rebooted in a way.
Rebooted.
Because this isn't so much a remake now. It's literally just a different game.
So what was the name of that game you told me to play?
What? On what?
Search for an online session.
If it works. Sometimes that just is finicky as fuck. What game are we talking about?
The thing.
Was it for the Switch? Bravely Default?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you have a 3DS. I don't know if you've played it on 3DS, but there's two of them for the 3DS. Bravely Default and Bravely Second. I've never played Bravely Second, but they have a sequel now out called Bravely Default 2. It's a very good, fun RPG. I think it's made by Square Enix. I think you would actually enjoy it. I've been playing a lot of the 3DS original of Bravely Default 1. It's a very fun game. It has one of my favorite systems in the game in RPGs, job class systems, where you can interchangeably change between different jobs and stuff like that. It's fun, turn-based goodness in all its glory. I've been playing quite a bit of that. But I actually think the remake the second one's pretty neat thus far. I haven't really done much in it, but I think it's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
If you care, you can look it up. It's still new, so it's definitely going to be, the full price or whatever it is. But if you care, you can buy the first one for cheap. And I don't know what Bravely Second does or it adds to it, but it's definitely not like a sequel in regards of the number. It might just be kind of like a 1.5 thing. But Bravely Default 2 has been a hyped, long-awaited game that I've been wanting for a while now. But yeah, no, enjoy Mario, though. Even though people are complaining of how lame and lazy they are, I don't care about ports of literally emulated games. I think it was great to play Sunshine again. Yeah, it's lazy in the fact that they didn't literally enhance it. It's not an HD re-release, it's literally the original. But that also adds the charm. I know Irving got annoyed by the fact that he got Legend of Mana, the original, and he wanted the remake when he should have noticed that it wasn't the original when he bought it or downloaded it or rented it or wherever you got it. It's because it would have said Legend of Mana remake. But it didn't. So, he gets... it's kind of annoying that he got mad that he got the original. It's stupid. It's well, the originals are always usually better in most cases. So, it's your fault for that. You should have known. Would have said. You would have seen it, too, by the pictures of the back, or, the case, or wherever, if you downloaded it and bought it, or whatever, you would have seen it. That's why they have shit. You don't just go out and buy a game and be like, oh, I want this, but it's not, I want this, but I played it, and it's not the version I like. It's well, the case should have shown you that. That's like buying Final Fantasy VII Remake and expected the original. What's going on? You okay over there?
I'm buying some fun stuff for...
The OGs will always be great, yeah. Oh, you're buying stuff? Good. I mean, remakes of games are good too if they're done well enough. I love Final Fantasy VII's remake and stuff like that, and I love HD remasters of games when a lot of people are like, oh, it's a lazy port or a lazy remaster. It's the same fucking game. It's a remaster. It's not going to be much different. There's maybe some edited things or touch-up on graphics or, high-res textures. But when a lot of people say that there's laziness when it comes out of the Dark Souls remaster or anything like that, yeah, maybe it's not as well thought out or well put it, but it's the same fucking game. I don't give a shit. It looks the same to me. It's fine. I get to play the game on a modern console with improved fucking summoning.
I wish what they need to bring on the Switch? Mega Man Legends.
I'm surprised that isn't. Mega Man X Collection and Classic Mega Man R.
Yeah. They also have Mega Man Zero.
They do. Squalid Queen.
Yeah, it says Mega Man Zero / ZX Legacy Collection, $30. Not bad.
Nice. My playstyle would be to just stay close, hit her a couple of times, see what she does. She has a few smacks. She'll have a vertical and horizontal slam down and a vertical slashes. Do your best to dodge those. She also has the Hex Soul Mass, where she puts up orbs above her head and shoots magic. She's a heavily magic focused character, so you want to do your best to avoid those. She also has a weird AoE, which I think she does this weird animation with her hand, and then she pops an AoE. But the best thing to do is to stay close to her, hit her a couple of times. If she tends to do her Crystal Soul Mass, you want to try to be far enough away to where you can dodge all 4 of them. Even though I think they proc the closer you are to them. Otherwise, they take forever to sit there and fully proc, but you do want to stick to her. She also summons. She can summon 3 things. Pigs, Bone Wheels, and Velstadt. The guy with the bell from the Undead Crypt before the fucking King Vendrick. My best bet is to immediately take out the summons if she managed to summon them. You'll know when she's summoning them is when she does a weird hand gesture thing like that, and then you'll see a weird a weird light come out of the ground. You can actually start smacking the summons as they're being summoned in before they get fully ready to attack. The biggest threat would be Velstadt, only because he's just a second opponent to take care of, and I rarely ever see the Bone Wheels happen, but they're not as bad to deal with. Only because, like, you can probably easily take care of them in a couple smacks. The pigs are the rarest summon, and they're probably the worst because of how small they are. But Velstadt is what makes that fight more annoying, because then you got 2-on-1 opponent, and he takes quite a bit of damage before he's down. And she can summon repeatedly, like, more than once. So you can... I fought 2 Velstadts before. But, yeah, just stick close to her. Pay attention to her animations when she starts to use magic and AoE. And she's actually not very difficult at all. The first DLC actually has the easiest...
invite me.
Sorry, alright. Yeah, the first DLC actually has the easiest bosses of the 3 DLCs. You're gonna start having some more trouble in the Iron King DLC's boss fights. Those are a little tougher, but the best of them, besides Ivory King himself. Honestly, though, I'm not really the greatest at giving tips for her, because I've never actually had to. But, like, that's basically how I fight her. Like, I stick close to her. Sin, though, once you get to Sin, which is immediately after her, he's going to be a bit tougher for me to give you tips on, because he's got poison fire. He's like a typical dragon, though. You want to stick close and under him, but then also avoid being under him, because he's got some stomps. But he also got a bunch of fire attacks where he flies and breathes fire poison. He's got one where he stands up on his hind legs and literally breathes behind him. So even if you got to be close to the edge of his tail in order to avoid that. But you'll get there when you get there. He's also weak to lightning. I'm not sure what she's weak to be fair. But to be honest, though, once you start seeing what I mean, she's really not that hard to take care of. Her AoE is very noticeable once you actually start to notice the animation for it. Her summoning is very noticeable once you start seeing the animation for it. I could be wrong on some of the gestures I was doing to try to tip you off, but it's something like that. I don't know how aggressive your playstyle is for Dark Souls, but, you know, hit once or twice and back out is basically all I can really tell you, and then just make sure you watch carefully. I believe she also has some long-range blasts, but I could be wrong. Because I'm normally aggressive as fuck with her. And it's Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 2's combat is bleh. But I'm glad you made it as far as you have, though. You're doing well. Shrine of Amana, though, I was very happy that you beat that with minimal effort. Well, you did say you died to the point you pulled out a bow. I kind of should have done that with my playthrough. I had a hell of a time going down there. Shrine of Amana, I had a hell of a time going down there. How did you fare against the weird frog foreskin boss, though? The Shrine of Amana frog.
I got poked in the eyeball.
That boss is a joke. He'll fuck your day up if you're not careful, though. He's fairly easy, though. I forgot to ask you about that. The Shrine of Amana boss wasn't too bad, was he?
Hold on 1 second.
All right. don't want that. Whenever you have a second, let me know how Squalid's going. She shouldn't be too bad after like several attempts for you. Also, let me know there are 3 bosses per each DLC, one of which are all optional and hidden. So if you do want to fight the hidden bosses in each of the DLCs, let me know. I can help you. I'm sure you've already gotten the chest to get them. If you didn't, I can help you with that. Because if you recall the area with the spikes in the ground, there's pressure plates that you gotta hit that open up a secret bonfire. One that helps take away the spikes. There's one that opens up the door by a ladder that helps you get fighting the queen. I just got her. Nice. The Demon of Song was weird and took me a few attempts with a couple surprises. Yeah, he is powerful, but he's not that bad. Good. I'm glad. Let me know if you do want to... There is 3 bosses per each DLC. I don't know if you got the... Because the one boss, literally right when you enter the sanctum, the building, there's that locked door. I don't think you have the... I don't know if you got the key for that door. If you remember the room with the spikes, where you fight those guys that you... those ephemeral guys that you can't hurt. I'm sure you can deal with them now. I'm sure you got to the room where you got to the room with the key item in it that you needed to get through. To break their shit. I'm sure you... I don't know if you've gotten the secret bonfire or that one room open. I could be thinking about 2 other things, though. Was it the room with all the other armors that has the key item that allows you to progress to the Squalid Queen, or was it that secret door that you hit the pressure plate? I forgot which. I believe the dragon stone thing was behind that door, wasn't it? Or no, or was it in the room with all the armor? I don't remember which at this point. But there's 2 key items that you probably already have then, now that I think about it. If you don't, let me know. Because if you go back to the beginning when you first enter the Dragon Sanctum's, the big Dragon Sanctum, that locked door right there in the beginning, if you go down and open that door, that leads to a secret optional boss if you haven't already been down there. Yeah, I had to go back. Those Invisible Knights took forever to kill because I missed that room with the statues. Ah, well, you have been down there, though, because there's a key item in there that you need to progress. I just forgot which of the 2 key items are in which location. I know one is in that room and one is behind a door and where the spikes are in the floor. I forgot which is which, though. Was it that... I believe the... Well, you actually did, with the Lair of Imperfects, you did have the stone to raise the bridge to get to Squalid Queens. Was that in the room with the spikes, or was that in the room with the statues? I forget. I believe the room with the statues is the more pertinent main boss item, I believe, if I recall correctly. I think the one with the spikes in the floor gives you the optional key item that you need, if I recall. The only reason why I mention this is because unless you don't care about fighting all the bosses, then you can bypass it. But it's just an optional area that you can go through. It's a pain! I think it was spiked floor. Okay. Well then, if you've been through both spiked floor room and the room with all the statues, then you should have the key item that is necessary to open that optional room. If you go back to the beginning where you first enter the sanctum, the building, the giant building past that bridge or whatever, to your left should be a door. You probably definitely have already seen it if you're exploring. There's like no way you can miss it. You should be able to open that optional door, because that leads to an eventual optional boss fight. If you haven't been down there yet, if you're curious, that's where that is. Because remember, each DLC has 3 bosses, and one of them is technically the optional of the 3. Usually the most bullshit. You know, Dark Souls 2's Iron King DLC's optional one was the Blue Smelter Demon. Horsefuck Valley and the Ivory King leads to the 2-on-1 cat fight. The first DLC leads to a gank squad. All of which are terrible. Terrible fights. If I'm gonna have to choose between any of them, I choose Blue Smelter Demon. At least it's a one-on-one fight. For the most part, the cats are a one-on-one fight until you get the other one to half health. It's still bullshit leading into them, though. Neither of them are very fun, anyway. At least I'm decent enough at Smelter Demon that makes the Blue Smelter Demon not even that hard. Not that any of those bosses are hard. It's just the Gank Squad's the worst, though. Just because it's like, oh, you got 3-on-1 opponents. You can't just casually fight them. Unless you're, like, phenomenal at your timing and dodges. And the room is designed for you to sit there and just constantly, literally bottleneck some of them. Or, you know, well, for you... Like, the room is literally designed for you to run around in circles trying to bait 2 of them to come at you while you go after the fucking one bitch. Because one of them is a freaking arrow user. It's literally designed for you to sit there and just just ring around so you can get one-on-one. In the spiked room, there is a secret bonfire. I don't know if you got it. I'm sure you probably did. If you're missing any of the bonfires, though, there's a couple. There's one in the area with the spikes. Oh my god, I didn't know it was a boss fight right after. Yep. Right after the Squalid Queen? Oh, yeah. The Squalid Queen and the fight that you're going to be doing now are the main story significant bosses for finishing the DLC. Squalid Queen and Sin are the mandatory fights for the DLC. The one that I'm going on about now is the optional fight. And don't worry, though. That's the only DLC where it's 2 boss fights back-to-back like that. Iron King and Ivory King do not have 2 significant bosses back-to-back, like, right after another in one, like, area. The others are, like, you go fight one boss here, and then you will have to go to a different area to fight another boss. That's the only time that happens, where it's just one fight after another. To be honest, though, I find Sin much easier than her. That's just me, though. Like, he's got some dangerous attacks, and he might be more troublesome for you only because he's got some... If you're not averse to fighting dragons, if you are averse to fighting dragons, he's a bit different than, say, than Calamite from Dark Souls 1, or, Gaping Dragon from Dark Souls 1. He's a bit different in that respect. Bonfire looks like... Yeah, you're at the end. If you're fighting Sin, yeah, you're at the end. He's the final boss. Besides the optional one. Because once you beat Sin, you'll collect the Sunken King crown. And then you can go back and talk to Vendrick. Bunch of bonfires are suddenly blacked out. Meaning when you look at the square, does it not show a bonfire? That's because you missed some. Yeah, if you rested at a bonfire that's after another bonfire, any ones that have blank squares is because you missed a bonfire or 2. I don't know if you found any of them, but if there's one in the spiked room, in the area with the spikes, there's a secret bonfire behind a wall, and one leading to Squalid Queen herself. Like, on your way down towards Alana, the Squalid Queen, there's actually a hidden bonfire behind a wall. So there's probably 2 you've probably missed. Or there's a chance you may have missed one when you're shooting those weird devices that raise platforms in the beginning of the area. Because there's one in the beginning of the area that you get by hiring platforms. I don't know exactly which bonfires you're missing exactly, but it's possible you could have missed the optional ones. And a good thing you didn't have much of a hard time unless you got the bonfire by Alana leading down to her boss arena. Because yeah, there's a bonfire by her as well. There's also a secret sodomy tree that likes to be whipped. I won't be able to explain how to get to that. I know there's a secret little spot that has a platform or has a pillar that you shoot with an arrow behind a bunch of stupid statues. You can look that up online. Dark Souls 2 tree or Dark Souls 2's Sunken King tree that likes to be literally whipped. What he does, if you whip him with a whip that you get in the DLC, he actually repairs your weapon.
That's kinky.
It is kinky. He literally reacts to being whipped. I'm not kidding.
Yeah, Gascoigne responded to getting knocked over at Bannister.
I want to do that again.
That's been the win.
A bunch of blacked out, but I cleared most of them up. I think it's just the DLC now.
Obtain rewards. Ooh, what did I get? What did I get? I got Slubden, huh?
Yeah, the only time you're gonna get the blacked out squares is if you get a bonfire that's after a one you missed. Normally you won't see that until you get one past those. So if you cleared them up, good. If not, they're not really important now that the DLC is pretty much done. Unless you're talking about the main story base game, then there's definitely a handful of secret bonfires.
Dude, I got it.
You got what?
My gold hammer. I got my Kajar hammer. It's the numb paralysis.
The Koloff Terath?
Yeah.
I got
my gold hammer.
I
got a gold hammer. I got this. I got a gold katana.
Okay, good. You got them all in the base game. Good.
I got a stream gold defender, and I got this Tarok Buster Spark.
You got multiple weapons? I only remember getting a bow and arrow from it. But then again, I've done it multiple times, so I have a few weapons from them. But I got a bow from them. Well, I'm glad you got all the base game bonfires for the most part. If by chance some of the ones that you missed in the DLC at this point, they're not really important because you've already beaten Alana. If you missed the one by her, leading down to her arena, because you go down like a series of, falls. And I think the second to last level before her actual floor, there's a secret bonfire behind a wall. In the area with the spike traps, when you climb up the ladder, I think it's literally right across. There's like a wall that has a ledge that's literally cracked. If you jump over that onto the other side and spam X, there's a secret bonfire there. You probably already tried that. I don't know. But that's the only 2 bonfires I can see you missing. That and maybe the one where you raise the pillars. Because there is one in the beginning as well, where you raise a bunch of pillars by shooting those pillars. You raise a bunch of pillars up, and it leads to a bonfire if you manage to find the path to them.
So I got I got Monster Hunter Generations. I pre-ordered Rise. I got Borderlands, and I have Mario Kart 8 for right now.
Nice.
Yeah. And then I got And for me and my kid, I got Super Mario 3D. I got Lego Harry Potter because he likes that one, and then I got Strike 10-pin bowling. It's $10, but dude, it's Wii Sports Bowling. It's like an updated version of it.
Nice.
So, but yeah, I bought that. The reason I bought the Switch is because like when it gets cold and everything, and we can't go out. I don't want him to like sit down. I want him to move around. So I bought the Switch so that he can like move around and play.
Well, it's also, yeah, well, it's definitely what the Wii U should have been. But it's
Yeah.
definitely a very good thing for you just to lounge around in bed if you want to play your favorite games like Borderlands or, whatever. But, if you want to get into some classic Final Fantasy games without sitting at a freaking computer all day or your desk all day playing it on the PS4, it's very good to have. It's got a lot of good classics. Pokemon Let's Go, Pikachu and Eevee was fun. Sword and Shield, I haven't really dabbled into too much, but the new Diamond and Pearl remake, I can't wait for. The Legend of Arceus, which is an open-worlded Pokemon game, I can't wait for.
I'm coming back to the hub. No, I don't want to go to my room. Anyway, yeah, so I have a gold katana with health regen on it, so now I should be alright for a while.
Nice.
Let's see. I want Monster Hunter World. I want Dante's layered armor. Yeah, I want to know how do I do that. Okay, do.
I didn't know they had a Devil May Cry layered armor.
Yeah, Code Red is another limited time event in Monster Hunter World where you will face off. You will fight a Teostra, Anjanath, or Odogaron, and a Rathalos in an arena. So make sure to bring some good fire resistant gear. Complete the quest gives you a chance of receiving Teostra tickets and red orbs, which are required for completing the Dante's Infernal Delivery quest. Once you have 2 Teostra tickets, 2 red orbs, and 5,000 research points, head back to the blacksmith to complete the quest, and you'll receive the Dante layered armor.
That's cool. Weird and useless, but also kind of cool just to have because it doesn't actually affect your armor at all without.
Yeah, and I want that.
That's cool. No, Dante's armor is cool.
And I already did the mission one, so it's not. It's literally, dude, you fight one at a time. It's not all at once.
Oh God, in arena that'd be horrible.
I fought an arena where it was 3. Or no, I'm sorry. I didn't. There was a special arena, I believe. I have not. It was the Black Diablos and regular Diablos at the same time.
That's not too bad. I get more fucked by the Rathalos and Rathian just because they're annoying. I mean, yeah, Diablos are pretty, but like, it depends though. Like, they can be annoying, but the Rathalos and Rathi, especially the tempered versions, they just don't fucking. They just are annoying as hell. Sin is down. Good. Yeah, Sin is not bad. Sin in Dark Souls 2 is not bad. He's actually, be honest, he's actually one of the easier Dark Souls dragons.
In Smash Brothers Ultimate, one of my new favorite characters, dude, Sephiroth, is amazing.
I haven't played it since it came out. That story is fucking stupid.
I don't play the story to unlock the characters. Me and my kid just
you don't have to. I just played through the story because it's. I'm not much of a PvP guy, and it also gives me something to do, and I wanted to try it out. And I was planning to do some PvP fights, but
I'm
not really into the party fighters.
Yeah, well, like with the Wii U, version and the Wii version and everything, like even like so from Melee all the way up till whatever the Wii U version was. I did the story mode with my kid to unlock all the characters, and we had fun that way. And with the Switch Ultimate, they made the story mode one player, and I'm like, that's kind of blah.
I just don't like it. It's dumb.
Yeah.
I don't really care to play it to get the characters that way, or if I do, that's fine. You would play adventure mode or just get enough time to get certain characters, or a certain amount of matches. Like, you can also get them through adventure mode, but I usually got them through just playing the game in general, story mode, adventure mode, whatever. Like, I just didn't like the new one's story. Like, I actually enjoyed Brawl's little story thing.
Yeah. I like the other thing that the Wii U version or Brawl, they're both like the same to me. But the thing that I liked was I like that one mode where as you fight, you go around the board, like you start off with like a certain amount of characters, but then like as you go around the board, you collect the little trophies, and then you unlock more characters. I think that's what it was.
No, that was Brawl, right? I think that was Brawl. I haven't played in a while. That could have been all. That could also have been the one before Ultimate.
Yeah.
Super Smash 4. The one for the Wii U and 3DS. And to answer your question, Chocolate Chip, no. Killing Vendrick before or after DLC does not matter, no. Just make sure, if you care, if you talk to Vendrick after getting each of the crowns, he will give you an updated crown that prevents hollowing. I don't think you can carry it into New Game Plus and beyond, but it's a small little thing that is kind of nice, if you didn't know that. Talking to him, actually, after each DLC crown, does give you a bit more tip and stuff on lore, as he opens up more about Nashandra, his wife, and talks about a bit of lore, if you care about it. But after you beat all 3 DLCs and talk to him after each crown, he will update your crowns. He's not the final boss. He's just an optional. He's actually, believe it or not, optional. He's just an optional fight that... If you want to get his boss stuff, you do need to beat him. And fun fact, he doesn't give you his soul, because lore reasons, he separated his soul from his body to prevent Nashandra from gaining access to it. I don't know if you found it, but there's a secret door in the Shrine of Amana that you need to be human for. Meaning you need to use a human effigy. After you beat Vendrick and go find this door in the Shrine of Amana, become human, you can enter it, and you get his boss soul. And that is how you actually are able to get some of Vendrick's boss weapons. Which he has, like, a couple of, so you have to carry into New Game Plus. He's one of the few bosses that you can't just revive and get his soul over and over again. I learned that the hard way in my current playthrough of it. All he is there is just an optional fun fight and a soul. Was that door the night? Yes, it was. Yes, it is. So
I'm ready when you are.
Yeah. Alright. So you have found that. Yeah. It only opens to you after you've beaten Vendrick, and after you reach that door after that said point, use an effigy and become alive. And you'll be able to enter the door and get his boss soul. Because for lore reasons, he separated it from his bate. Oh, I have seen this quest. I just never done it. That was such a pain to get to, and I couldn't open it. I was like, no! Yeah. Yeah, if you're wondering what that is. There's also another little area towards the end of Shrine of Amana that has a spot that can revive you. But it's kind of dumb. I think it's after you rescue all the Milfinitos, the ladies that are singing in the Shrine of Amana, because there's one that's locked up in the cage inside of Vendrick's castle where you need the key to the embedded to, which is the key blade weapon that you get from the frog. After you rescue them, I think there's an area that you go to that actually revives you, as long as you have no human effigies in your inventory, though. It's just a dumb optional little area, though. In case you found that too, which I forgot exactly where that is, but I think it's near the end of the area. I actually did not show that in my playthrough, because I kind of forgot about it. It's dumb. It's dumb. I didn't eat. Fuck.
You didn't eat?
No. I like I said, I always never eat till the mission. It's because it's not something I'm used to. I've been playing a bit of DMC just because I want to try to S rank missions and shit. I want to actually get better at the game to an extent. Not like... I want to eventually try beating DMD in higher modes on my own time. I've beaten like the first 3 or 4 missions with an S rank. I've been having some fun with that, but I haven't fought an Angie in a while. Gotta get out of that Bloodborne mindset now. Ah! No. Oh. I don't know if I was going to dodge that attack or not, but thank you for stalling him. Cut your dick off, Angie. My plushies just probably looking at me like, what did I do? I love you, Angie. I love you. You're such a nice dinosaur. You're such a nice dinosaur. That lights me on fire. Fuck off. What did I ever do to you? I never did a thing to you! Ow. Man, you don't hurt for shit. Why am I screaming out? I say that now. I say that now. What the hell is happening? My camera, like, panned out for a second. I think you were hitting me. Who's got a hot butt? You got a hot butt. Oh my god. Get fucked, Anjanab. God, I forgot how fast you recover. Fuck your fucking face. Or tail. Butt. I broke your butt. God, this fight used to be such a pain early on. One of the first toughest fights. But I love Monster Hunter, man. Monster Hunter wouldn't be as fun if it wasn't just a boss fights over and over. I think me and you would love Generation, though. Just playing all the good old goodness. Game is tougher though, so we're gonna have to not be in the mindset that is Monster Hunter World, I'll tell you, because you're gonna be doing stupid gestures every time you heal! And you can't move. Like it's really good. Monster Hunter World? Yeah, Monster Hunter World is great. The older Monster Hunters are hard to go back to if you've never played the original. Yeah, Monster Hunter World is great. No, I was hooked upon first playing it. It's definitely my first full experience. I have played Freedom Unite, but it was hard to, for my first Monster Hunter experience, it was tough to actually play because it's definitely a different combat style, and it is rough because it's like, oh, you want to heal? Just stand there in place and then do a hi-ya gesture. Eric, you're just
I'm just gonna build up some bonus so I can attack this next enemy.
You do. You do you. Yeah, I need to get better with the katana. I just did a lot worse when I first. I mean, I know it's a new weapon for me, but I just did fucking terrible with it. Eventually, I definitely want to switch to it, but I'm really liking the Switch X. Like I said, I played Hammer main the whole playthrough, so I finally got. It's definitely better. I do terrible now with the hammer. I don't know how I don't know. It's not like you can't beat these games with any weapon or anything, but it's just.
Alright, who's coming out? I believe it's Rudogun.
Oh my goodness, I have not fought you in a while. Hello, I remember the first DMC like event. You were an aggressive pupper. Fear my gong.
You stupid dog.
I think you just bitch smacked me.
Stupid dog. You
You made me look bad. one dog to the next, going to the watchdog to this thing. Oh god. Fucking bleed.
Yeah, I totally forgot about the bleed.
Crouch? How does crouch work again? Damn it.
I missed him.
Oh, there's one crouch again. There we go, X. Don't mind me. Your bleed's really not anything once I accidentally used a freaking Mega Potion on top of it, which I also have only 5 of. I mean, your damage doesn't mean much if I can get enough hits on you to regenerate it.
Yeah, it's done.
Damn, I forgot how fucking annoying you are.
Yeah, he moves around too much.
Not anymore.
Oh, jaw.
Not just that, he's sporadic. Boy! I mean, that's how I feel about the Rathalos and Rathian. They're a bit sporadic. They move way too much. I mean, that's fine. Bosses are gonna move. But it's just annoying. I'm fine with bosses that move a lot. Not him. Not the Rathalos. I hate the Rathalos and Rathian. They're fucking annoying. Especially in teams, man. Still not as annoying as Basilgeist, but Basilgeist is Basilgeist. Oh my god, what parts are we breaking? Don't tails. Wow, I dodged that tail. Nice. Oh, okay. Nice miss there, bro. Hey! Just walked right into that attack. Goodbye to your tail, buddy.
Goodbye to him.
Get fucking ass. Give me that tail part. That's probably not gonna give me parts, but. Oh, it did. I got an Odoruga. I'm just gonna carve his nub.
Okay.
That Sword Rex. Yeah. The Switch Axe is amazing. And he's just good. Zero's really good with that weapon. A lot better than I am, that's for sure. I got an Orthogodon gem. Like, yeah, both these weapons together are really good, because my hammer couldn't cut off tails. It could.
I like this.
It destroys faces, though. Like, if anyone has horn ornaments, it really fucks up horn ornaments. Like the Diablo's horn or such. Or, like, cracking off the Baroth's crown parts. It's really good for armored opponents. But I wasn't able to slice tails off.
Right, it's the Rathian, Rathalos, whatever, and then it's going to be...
I would assume that Teostra would be last. He is the toughest of the 3, or 4.
He's easy on this.
No, I'm not saying he isn't. I'm just saying out of these 4 fights, he's definitely the main. He's an Elder Dragon, so I'd expect him to be last. And easy or no, it doesn't change the fact that he's still tougher than the others. And Teostra's not hard at all. Like, unless you're fighting like a tempered or arch-tempered, he is pretty tough. But he's definitely easier than Luna. Oh, you're Rathian? Rathalos? You're Rathalos. Ow. You're definitely more annoying of the 2. You're the papa. Oh, I hit him with it. Holy shit. Thought I missed. How do you like fire?
Yeah, how do you like? Let me introduce you to... Oh, I missed.
Let me introduce you to Slap.
No, I was like, let me introduce you to Ching. Just, I love that attack. It's like, what's it mean attack? Like, Virgil
samurai.
attack.
Yeah, it's any samurai. Or Virgils. Virgins. Why don't they have Virgil shit in this game? They really need. They have so many opportunities to add Virgil's armor and a katana based on. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. They have fucking ebony and ivory. They have an ebony and ivory gesture.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's add in DMC gesture. Let's add in Arkham. Why don't we?
Oh, I'm sleeping.
I'm poisoned. Nice to meet you. Yeah,
Dude,
let's
I
add.
gotta get.
Let's add in
Good job.
DMC3's Arkham Jester. Oh God. Can you imagine? Spank me, daddy! Spank me! Fucking God damn that, I love him. Don't like Arkham himself, but I enjoy when he's the clown. For anyone who's a DMC fan, oh my God, that guy is fucking hilarious. He's basically a better version of the Joker. Oh my God. Oh my God. Did I cut his tail off or did you? I can tell you, we're fucking this thing. It probably was me. I mean, I hit him. The last thing I can't really tell where you're hitting him half the time, but when I hit him there, I brought him down. Or at least I think I did. So I'm just gonna say with you there.
Going up, going down.
Oh, and I just smacked him right in the face.
Oh,
you having a good day, Rathian?
No, he's not having a good day.
No, he's not, because he's about to get burned in the leg.
Oh, he jumped on my skull.
Oh, it looked like
Poison
my cat.
me?
It looked like my cat knocked him down. Now I'm blind.
Your cat did knock him down.
Okay, good. That's great.
Yeah,
That's what I saw just now. Don't mind me. I gotta sharpen my axe real quick.
No, it's all good. I'm sitting here upgrading my weapon.
Fine. Actually, we both have weapons that are upgrade by hitting.
Do. Boom.
We both have weapon types that upgrade via hitting. Wouldn't really say an upgrade, but my switch axe is switch form. The Nintendo Switch axe.
Yeah, Nintendo Switch axe. Pow, 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 pow. Man, switch off. Oh no, he lit me on fire. And I'm dizzy.
Where are you? You know, I never noticed you half the time being dizzy, otherwise I would knock you out of it half the time.
I have poison and I haven't even... I don't even have to heal. Literally, like, my health is...
No, I know. I just use an antidote, and then I regen off my weapon.
I didn't even do that.
You have heavy poison resistance? Because I don't feel like...
That kill! That was perfect. I killed him freaking Virgil style.
Nice. I mean, I heal it, because I don't want to deal with poison on top of getting hit by it. Poison adds enough chip damage to where I'm worried about it. But if you have a way to just...
Well, I wasn't even taking damage.
If you have heavy poison resistance or a way to just recover from it, fine. But like, I always just heal poison. Fuck that.
Yeah, no, it's my character build. I use the medicine jewels and the vitality jewels, because then with the medicine jewels, it's if you have health regen and then you have a medicine jewel, it will recover your health like super fast. Like as long as you're attacking, your health will never drop. Practical.
I'm a damage stun break part build with my ear plugs. Like I like to stun monsters and break parts. That's literally what I have on me. So I have Stamina Thief, and I have my part breaker is my necklace. I think. I may not have that on me.
Yeah, until you fight the other guy.
No, I don't. I have Stamina Thief though. I stun monsters. I don't have the part breaker because I have my attack gem or my attack bracelet or whatever necklace. So I have a full 7 bars for attack boost. I have the maximum attack boost. So, but otherwise I focus more on damage than I do healing. But that's okay. You have the heal. I have the damage output when it comes to being able to not break parts, but be able to output more stun, because that helps for these fights, being able to stun monsters to an extent. That's why some of these monsters were getting stunned so heavily.
No, I was gonna say that I have like the health regen I have and everything. It's great. My defense is great, except for when I go into the Iceborne DLC. I fought the saber-tooth tiger looking thing, and yeah, forget that. That guy's just a monster.
And I know I keep calling these titles on my streams Monster Hunter World Iceborne, but that's literally the title of it now when you go to load your game up. But I still, like, I haven't begun much of the DLC, and we will. But I'm still going to title it Monster Hunter Iceborne. Just because that is literally what the game is now when you load it.
I got my temporal mantle. Oh,
Watch
God.
out. Don't forget your iframe jump.
Wait, oh no, I dodged.
Okay, good. No, I'm just saying, like, just in case you forgot that.
Oh, Teostra's not my problem. Lunostra's
No, he's not.
my problem. I hate
Teostra's
Lunostra.
Yeah, Lunostra's a bitch. Her fucking AoE, not AoE, but her fucking fire.
No, yeah, that was gonna say that fire
and
that she spends around.
Both of them. Her fire AoE that she does, and her barrier fire is so much worse. And not only that, it's just her fire is so much stronger, and I like it though. It's not just like, it's kind of like Smelter and Blue Smelter from Dark Souls, except Blue Smelter's magic. He is harder because he's got some different attacks, but like he's easy still. But like Lunostra in this game, I don't know. I have come close to beating her, but I am not used to her attacks because I haven't fought her that much. However, this, if anyone watches my Monster Hunter videos in the past, knows I had a hell of a time against Lunostra or Teostra in my first fight. It was a struggle. Nothing will compare to Nergi though. Nergi was the hardest fight for me for some reason. He took.
Yeah, now he's a pushover.
Now he's a, yes, and there's a reason why he's my favorite my favorite boss though, like design-wise and just the amount of fight that I had with him. Like he was for some reason the worst for me. Same thing, like I had kind of a hard time with Xeno'jiiva, but now he's a pushover. That's what happens with me though. Once I beat a fight once, they're always easier on round 2 and beyond. Except unless you're Pontiff Solomon, like I'm still bad at it. Fuck you, though, Pontiff.
Dude, just waiting until you get an Iceborne. Like I said, that saber-tooth tiger thing makes a pain in the butt.
I mean, eventually I'll get there and get wrecked. That's okay. I mean, it's not. I'll eventually beat it too, though. But I'll get there.
Oh yeah. Oh, whoa, whoa.
I'm just waiting for me and you to do it. I don't really want to. I could do it solo. I could do it solo, but then what would I have to stream of it besides just doing random fights? I want to do some of the story with you.
Yeah.
Like I said, I haven't beaten that one mission that I have active on my thing where you talk to the handler and you get the like whatever no rest or no remorse or whatever the title is. I haven't. I still have a bunch of just random missions that we can accept that allows us to fight stuff like Tobikadachi, Reskinned, and all these other fights. But any story significant stuff past, I think, the Palumumu, I haven't done. Fuck your burn. Your burn is not even a threat. Uh-oh. That could be. Woo!
I made it.
Yeah. I love how both of us do it at the same time. We're just both sitting there just jumping.
I was late.
I was a bit early, but that's okay. The iframes are pretty good. They're pretty good. And there's actually a gem to increase that, and I think that's kind of useless. Unless there's long lingering attacks.
No, you're gonna hit me. Oh.
Going back on your message, Al, I'm surprised that Rathalos' tail didn't disappear. Like we got that tail right after the fight. Nice blue eyes you have. Nice, gorgeous blue eyeballs you have there, Yo.
I'll stay in the freeze and oh.
Oh, missed. I thought you hit me there.
Oh, you freaking die, you stupid tiger.
Lion.
Whatever it is.
Feline.
It's a liar. Yes.
It's dead is what it is. Also, I need to sharpen my weapon. Didn't get his tail, sadly, but that's alright. I'll take your fur. Still a feline, it don't matter. Cat are all the same. Cat of every size still licks its paws and raises its ass when you pet them. Don't pet tigers and lions. That'd be funny. Now I just want to see a tiger just stretch its ass out when you're petting it. It's always been the weirdest thing cats do, and I love it. It's so adorable. Having fun there? Exercising off that tree? Woo! Just plunge right into Teostra's skull.
And I can do this, and I can do this, and I can do this.
That was fun. I haven't done an arena style mission since.
Yeah, that
I remember
one.
We
that
did
the
original Devil May Cry one a lot. I remember doing that a lot.
Yeah, the something Scorn.
Good. This will give me parts that I could use eventually in the future. Ooh, I got a gem or a red orb. Ah, red orb. Okay. Now, can I spend these and get my air hike?
Maybe.
That'd be great. Oh, by the way, I reached Hunter rank 100 when I was playing off camera to get my katana that you mentioned, so that's not on stream. But I managed to hit HR 100 and got that trophy. Yes, I know. I finally hit HR 100 because I played this game a lot when I first came out, and I stopped after I hit like late 80s or 90s. So I definitely, that's why I was not 100 for a while, because I stopped. Otherwise, I would have hit 100. Like, I put in like at least 300 hours into this, and while that's not a lot of hours.
Where do you see your HR level?
Not the map. Hit start. Just hit start.
Just hit start?
Yeah, not that menu. Just hit start, and it's on your right.
Oh, okay. I'm master rank 7 and HR 84.
Okay, I'm master rank 4. I'm surprised you're only 87 though. But then again, you did play sometime after the game came out. I played it right when it first dropped, and I played a lot. Like, you were there, yeah. I streamed my whole series of this. Minus some time I spent off camera, like getting some of the freaking like trophies, like the Hercadrome or the stupid Downy Crake trophies that you had to get. Rare ass fucking bird. But I did quite a bit of off camera stuff too. But I did put in like at least 300 hours into this game. Good old days. I've been playing this game on and off since it first released. It's a very fun fucking game. It's one of the more addicting action RPGs that I've played in a long time. And again, it's one of my favorite games. It's definitely, probably still is one of my favorite games ever. It's definitely on my top like 10. I don't know, my top 10s like are iffy, or top 5s are iffy. Like, I could easily change at any moment's notice. It still will always consist of PSO and Dark Souls, those, and Bloodborne. Like, Dark Souls and Bloodborne combined into one. Soulsburn.
Our target are Nagasaki.
Soulsburn. It's a great game. That's not easy. Reaching that rank. 100, you mean? No, it took a while. It took a lot. Like, most games I'd get tired of just playing a bunch. But this I was straight up addicted to. Like, it's hard for me. That's like, even Zero's as addicted as, if not more than I am when it comes to this. Like, I was heavily addicted to this. Like, it was just not stop. I would breathe, eat, and sleep Monster Hunter.
You played it a lot more than I did.
Well, I have the time. I literally, all I do is play games. I know it sounds like I don't have much of a life to probably people outside of my personal life, but literally, aside from maybe talking to you and hanging out with you guys, all I really did was play games and hang out in the room. I had no job at the time, and now, even with a job, like, I just come home from work and that's all I do. Even once I'm on my own and live in my own house, besides, dealing with that kind of stuff and having that responsibility, and until I settle down, I have no other thing to do. You actually have a family. Like, gaming is big part of my life, though, but still, like, I streamed this game on average 8 to 12 hours. I did a lot. Like, I'm surprised I did not do a 24-hour stream on Monster Hunter, but on average, I would stream half that on 12 hours, several 12-hour streams, several 8 to 12-hour streams all the time. This is probably the game I streamed, aside from PSO, which I literally have over like 100 streams of. This I streamed definitely the most hours of. Collectively, with how much I streamed it in terms of like just average streams, not like totaling. PSO easily tops that in terms of total. But in terms of the amount of time I spent streaming it, Monster Hunter takes the cake. Like, easily one stream can total, like, 6 or 7 parts. With how I break it down into 2-hour parts. Easily, like, 5 or 6 parts each. Maybe more. Breaks it down into nice, digestible 2-hour parts for you guys. Because nobody wants to watch 12-hour streams in succession. Fuck that. Even I don't do that. And Lobos Jr.'s average is usually 8-hour streams or more, and I usually watch because he breaks it down into parts too. He's one of my favorite Soul streamers, but like that's why I break it down into 2-hour parts because that's usually an average for streamers, like 2 to 4 hours. Unlike those terrible, annoying Let's Plays of everybody doing 20-minute, 15-minute parts, I kind of really hate those. Like it's kind of annoying. That's why I prefer doing 1-hour videos when I did YouTube. It's like 15 minutes, yeah, it gives you more money, but who gives a fuck? I do it for fun. So I just said, fuck it. I prefer longer videos, more than like 15 minutes. Those get me on my... Especially when you're waiting like a few days for a video from a YouTuber or streamer you enjoy, and it's like, hey, for 15 minutes, fuck off.
Person's having a bad day and they're having trouble and they're just like, I'm gonna end stream because I have issues, but I mean,
yeah.
Okay, for YouTube 20-minute videos,
Okay,
they're
that's
not
the
bad.
standard for gaming, but it's just kind of annoying if you're wanting some content, you know?
Well, depends on what kind of game they're playing. Like if like Among Us, if they do like a 20-minute episode or the 40-minute episode of Among Us where it's just a couple of rounds, that's fine.
That's fine. Pokemon was the main thing I watched a lot.
Yeah.
RPGs, stuff like Pokemon or Kingdom Hearts, or stuff like that where it's like, okay, here's a 15-20-minute video. No. Dark Souls, if I want to watch Dark Souls, it's got to be like an hour's length. Because that's got a lot going on where I don't think it would do well if it was broken up like that. Pokemon, maybe, but I still don't like it when it comes to that. If it's smaller games like that, yes. But even then, I still would prefer like a stream of it. Like when I used to watch TFS do Among Us. They stream for about 2 hours. That's perfect for me. I prefer longer videos. And I used to be around when I used to watch a lot of Pokemon videos with like Nate and Dookie. One of my favorite. They're actually the YouTubers that actually got me into YouTube. They did a lot of Pokemon. And they're 15 to 20-minute parts. Nate Wants to Battle and Dookie Shed vids. They did several 20-minute part Pokemon videos. And they're the ones who got me into doing YouTube. My first experience doing YouTube besides Dark Souls 1 was Dragon Ball Z Attack of the Saiyans, which is now kind of a running gag with me because that took me like 3 years to actually complete because I kept putting it off. Literally, if you watch my streams of Dragon Ball Z Attack of the Saiyans, it has the most growth out of my channel because it goes from me not having a good mic to me actually having a full-on setup with a layout and everything. Because before I didn't have a layout, before I didn't split my videos into 2 parts, like cutting the screen in half, I didn't have a good microphone, and then eventually one of my episodes, you'll just hear better quality out of me. It literally has the most growth out of my channel, where I actually start spending money into my channel, because I didn't have a job until way later. Most of my YouTube was done after I moved. But even then, if you watch my early Dark Souls, all my Dark Souls 1 videos, they are crappy quality videos because of the audio I had. I used a built-in mic, or a webcam mic. It was crap. And every time you hear a video start, you would hear this weird sound come out of my start of my videos because whatever my mic picks up. It was god-tier awful. You glad you found me now? I appreciate it. Thank you.
You can join.
Alright.
It's in the master rank area.
Alright.
Use a radio menu. Oh, okay with what I have. Okay, bring some capture stuff.
All right.
Yeah.
Wait, we're doing master rank now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
We're
mind
just gonna
some master. I wouldn't mind
Yeah,
some master rank stuff.
we're gonna capture a tempered engineer on master rank.
Nice. Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I think I have. I have.
After this, you can set up a. If you want to do a story on your, if you want to start your Iceborne DLC, I can help you with that.
we
I
can.
can help you with that.
All my
You're
videos
gonna
are on
wanna-
YouTube there. Chocolate Chip. You can watch my channel evolve. Sorry, what?
Well, you gotta talk to that guy.
Well, I've done some of the Iceborne stuff. I've already been to we can go to the area with it. I just got that one mission where I talked to an NPC, I think, or whatever.
No, I meant the trader guy in the trade yard, the one that sells like normal items. I was saying you can buy hot drinks from him because you're gonna need a lot of those to do the Iceborne DLC.
Oh, I expect that. I always carry hot drinks. I need to get more, but I always carry hot and cold drinks on me. I just need more, to be honest. I have traps. I don't think I have tranks, though.
I got drinks.
But yeah, no, all my videos are on YouTube. Even if you weren't there at the start, you can definitely see my growth from watching my Dark Souls 1 videos, Dark Souls 2 videos, which I don't think there's much growth into those. I don't remember when I actually got my microphone, which was originally a Turtle Beach headset mic. Then I eventually got a Blue Snowball. I had a Samsung CO1U, which I returned, which I didn't think sounded very well when I was recording it, but the end result was actually pretty good. You actually, if you go and watch Bloodborne, the video where I'm in the Chalice Dungeon and I face Dark Beast Carl is where you actually can hear the Samsung CO1U. And then I got the Blue Snowball, and I used that for a while, and I still preferred this over the Snowball just because I wasn't good with an actual microphone. And then I got the Blue Yeti, which became my definite prominence. But for a while I was streaming with the Snowball, but I prefer the Yeti.
Yeah. Well, I have your favorite game downloaded.
Huh.
On my Switch. Borderlands the pre-sequel.
Oh, yeah.
I will tell you, the girl, the gunslinger, whatever her name is. The sheriff girl.
What about her?
Her action skill is pretty cool. She pulled out 2 pistols and you have like unlimited ammo.
Nice. I need to fucking get more hot peppers. I don't have parashrooms. Well, at least you have tranks. I can't right now. Well, let me at least get my armor skin and mega armor skin. Didn't mean to do that. Bring that back out. Organized. Let's put, okay, I think I'm good. I just need to buy more drinks, but alright, I should be good. Let's see, hold up. Do I have magic items? Okay, yeah, I have full stock on potions. And you accepted a normal quest? For a, not arena quest, what am I doing? My HR is not high. My master rank isn't high enough. Fuck me. You're 7. I can't join it. I'm 4. Poo. Coop. But yeah, like a lot of my Dark Souls videos and Dragon Ball Z Attack of the Saiyans shows some potential growth. I think that has the most growth because that spanned several years of my beginnings and later years of YouTubing. I completed it, it just took a while. And there's a few series that are not complete on YouTube just because I'm not good with scheduling and editing. And I just got lazy and tired. Several things stopped midway through out of nowhere. But there are several series that I completed. I did enjoy YouTube at one point, but then I just got bored of it. You might like some of my loot box openings. That was interesting at first, for a while. Then I just stopped doing it. I do want to eventually do more card openings that I used to do on stream. You can watch those. Those are streams of me opening Dragon Ball Z booster boxes. Some people like those. Some people didn't. I just wanted to add some different variety. It's not normally kind of the content I make, but it's kind of some variety. Some people might like that kind of stuff. I was spending quite a bit of money on it, though. Not as expensive as I was expecting, but then again, these are recent. These are not like old. There's no way in hell I'm spending thousands of dollars for old Pokemon boxes that aren't even in print anymore. I don't know why. I don't know how people do that. Gen 1 booster boxes are running over several $1,000s. Hell, a Charizard alone will run you several $1,000s.
If you want to start Iceborne, go ahead.
I don't wanna. Alright, I gotta go accept a quest.
And then you gotta shoot a 4.
I gotta shoot a fish in the face with a... Are we talking about story? I'm assuming? Because I gotta go accept it.
Yeah, I can help you. I'll do a new story.
No, that's fine. I was planning on doing the whole story with you. You just happen to be a little further than me. So, I mean, you don't have to wait for me. I want to do it with you, though. Like, otherwise...
I defeated up to the, I believe his name is the Barath, whatever his name is, and it's a saber-tooth tiger griffin wind monster. He's in Generations, but
Slay. We will, DDP. We will slay. Slay all the things.
I've been waiting for this moment. Looks like our first mission together, taking care of those two subspecies. First, we have a nightshade.
Yeah, the very same
girl
fight
from the
where I had a
beginning of the
power
game.
outage. This very same fight that I had when I freaking had a power outage.
The Koro Puke Puke. Its report states haunted monsters are greet contacts with blasts of water. And that's it. This brief entire was rather brief and surprising, really, given both species are contacted before. Well, it's our duty to fill the gaps. Let's do it.
She wants to do it.
No time for faps.
I'm mad.
Why?
Cause that gold weapon, that gold katana that I got, it's not as strong as my. It's not as strong as my Wyvern Blade Indigo.
Shame. I mean, yeah, he's helping me, but he's also just having fun with me. Like, we've experienced the entirety of Monster Hunter together. Well, his side of it. I played through most of it solo until he got the game, and then I made a new character, caught him up to me, and then I finished off most of the end game alone. But we beat the game together for his full experience. So he's gonna join me with the DLC. Feel free to check out my buddy Zero on his side. Send him some love for me.
Sweet.
Yep. Not that so much that I need help, it's that I want to have the fun of experiencing something blind together. So that's why, like, I've been meaning to do DLC the whole time. It's just kind of just got sidetracked doing other things.
I keep forgetting to eat.
Ah! I think there's a... Unless you can join now, I believe there's a... Oh yeah, I got an SOS. Let's see if I can. Give me a second to eat. I don't know if there's a cutscene. I'm sure there is.
There is.
Yeah. I can't sauce.
No, not until you see the pokey.
I figure I'm hunting the palilililililil.
Oh, okay. It's the nightshade palulum.
Yeah, I fought it already.
It's the nightshade.
I believe I fought this thing. It was when I had my power outage. The whole fucking... My whole development had a transformer blow or whatever.
Yeah, we've had that before.
An entire power outage throughout the entire development.
Yeah, we've had that. I'm just happy my power didn't go out today because like we got a super windy over here.
Caw, motherfucker, caw. Caw to
Fun
you.
9-8. Yeah, go 9-8.
I thought you were singing the "Watch Me Whip, Watch Me Nay Nay."
No. Watch me.
Eh, at least it's not Cardi B WAP.
I don't know that one. And I refuse to listen to it, and I don't want to find out.
Song
About
is so dumb. She wants you to park your fucking, what is it, a fucking truck in her fucking garage. Like, how dirty and scandalous can you be? That song is so dumb. It's not even that I don't care that it's degrading to women. It's fucking stupid. Who wants to hear about a woman's vagina? Come on! I don't care if the song is degrading. It doesn't have to be. All rap music is degrading in some regard, and I like it if it's good, but that song is god tier awful. And then there's Megan Thee Stallion. Yes, I am not kidding. She features Megan Thee Stallion, who I don't know much about besides her dumb fucking name. But good lord, that name is also dumb. Like, how is a woman a stallion? Stallion's a male horse, isn't it?
I think so. Did you shoot off a flare?
Oh, thanks for reminding me.
Here it is.
Megan Thee Stallion, yes, that's her rap name. A featured artist on Cardi B WAP. Wet ass panty. I know it's not panties, but I like saying it. Such a dumb song. Do you know there's a video on YouTube of Gilbert Gottfried singing it? Saying it, not really singing it. Yes, there's a video on YouTube of Gilbert Gottfried, the guy who does Iago from Aladdin, saying the lyrics to that song. It's fucking gold.
It's hilarious.
And he literally, like, I don't know if that's his natural voice, but it's Iago basically talking to that song.
No, yeah, no, that's his natural voice. Dude.
That's what I
He's
figured
been-
it is. Iago.
Yeah.
Iago. I figured it was.
Yeah, he's got that nosy, nasally voice. It's a 9. But
Yeah,
he's
I
hilarious.
love Gilbert Gottfried. That's
He was in Look Who's Talking.
For the Gank Squad, pay attention to the area because there's a route that you can that allows you to circle around. Try to get the Havel guy and the dude that the inflicted grave robber guy, the one with the katana. There's a path around the area that allows you to break up the fight and then immediately go after the archer. Make sure if you can bring them around and go after the archer first at all costs. Because she's a great heavy arrow archer. She will make your day worse trying to go after the other two. And then Havel, I guarantee you Havel's going to be a instant near one shot if you let him. Because he's got the dragon tooth. Fucking asshole. But yeah, you want to take out the Sarah, her name is.
Yeah, I remember the first time I fought the trio. and I believe me and you were. I think me and you were playing, and I remember Havel hit me on the ground, or Havel hit me or you on the ground. I don't remember which one. Like he smashed us, and then as soon as we stood up, the person with the katana stabbed us, and we died. And we were just like, "What?"
I don't remember that, but I do remember us beating the entirety of the first DLC. We never fully beat the second or third DLC. I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
We did finish
Yeah,
Dark
no,
Souls
we did
2.
the
We
first
just
one.
did not do the Iron or Ivory King DLC to the completion. Hey, there's a cactus bro. Hello, bro. Where'd my Palumu go? There's a cactus bro from Final Fantasy. Don't put me to sleep. Fucking Palumu, bitch ass. Oh, I'm so tired. Don't mind me. Don't mind me.